I'm finished.
You're what?
I'm finished.
Finished. Can't see.
Sony. It's not a trick, it's a Sony.
Oh,
See you later, my friend.
okay, thank you. Cheers.
It's hot enough to have your shirt off.
Welcome to the 292nd
You got carried away.
Welcome to the 292nd Julian Assange Sydney Town Hall gathering. People generally don't like to do what they are told to do. Yet most people go along with ideas they don't think up for themselves. People don't like to lose their freedom, yet they accept losses to their freedom being imposed on them for no good reason. We need to consider that people are too easily psychologically manipulated. One of the ways people can be psychologically manipulated is through the setting up of false dichotomies. A false dichotomy occurs when just two choices are presented in circumstances where a wide range of possible choices exist. For example, in terms of mainstream politics, we are presented with a choice between Labor or Liberal. Our media go out of their way to suggest that our political choices come down to these two major political parties, which have essentially the same policies and produce essentially the same corrupt outcomes. In reality, you don't have to be limited to the choices suggested by the media. We can make the choice of thinking and acting for ourselves and the people we love. We can choose to communicate freely with each other rather than absorb information presented to us by our media. If we could free our minds from the influence of media, we would realize we have the choice of uniting with others to hold our governments to account. We do not have to go along with the false dichotomies that create division and animosity within society. If we could only realize that we are all on the same side, we could work together to defeat this corruption. We need to realize that we have many choices available to us and that we can all be involved in evaluating these many choices. It is now a year since Julian Assange was released from Belmarsh prison after he agreed to sign a plea deal under the extreme duress of being tortured in a maximum security prison under solitary confinement conditions. Nothing about Julian's release should persuade us that we are no longer ruled by criminals. The facts speak for themselves. David McBride is still serving 5 years and 8 months in a high security prison in solitary confinement for revealing that Australian war crimes in Afghanistan were being covered up for political reasons. Dan Duggan is held in prison awaiting extradition to the US, though he has broken no Australian law. Richard Boyle has been forced to sign a plea deal after revealing the unethical treatment of small businesses by the Australian Taxation Office. Mary Kostakidis has been charged for using her social media to promote truthful information about Israel's genocidal actions in Gaza. And Dr. Miley Trinh is being persecuted because her use of early treatment protocols, including ivermectin, have saved the life of a dying patient and challenged the false COVID narrative. We do not need to allow ourselves to be pushed into making simple binary choices. As human beings, we have capabilities that far exceed needing to make simple binary choices. We need to stop going along with the manipulations of our media. We need to think for ourselves, communicate the truth, and negotiate for a better future. The Assange movement continues. Free, free, free the truth. Free, free, free the truth. Free, free, free the truth. Thank you.
He just pointed at that guy, just pointed, this couple was walking past.
Have a leaflet. Put it on your business.
Another couple, Joseph,
Have a leaflet.
look at it.
Stop the persecution of innocent people. David McBride, the whistleblower, the military whistleblower. Dan Duggan, the former US Top Gun pilot of the 90s, in retirement, and as he moved to Australia, had children with his wife in Australia. The US is trying to drag him back to the US under the Espionage Act because he trained Chinese flight instructors in South Africa on how to fly into a plane. I mean, seriously, Miley Trinh had a medical license taken from her because she prescribed someone ivermectin at a time when it wasn't illegal. You know, it goes on and on and on. Mary Kostakidis defended the Zionist lobby by saying something about Palestine. Donald Trump can sign this petition at Donald Trump. Donald Trump can grant Julian Assange and he knows out of jail. Okay, so there's stuff we can get into. We really appreciate it.